Kabam talk about secret codes, Twitch drops going wrong, and other stuff like that. So one thing that Kabam have been doing, as we've said, that they're being a little bit more transparent and kind of taking back peeling back the curtains. They're like, I don't know, allowing you to see a little bit behind the scenes, what goes right, what goes wrong, what's coming soon, and other stuff like that. So this came as a bit of a surprise, but you know, again, this is all about Kabam being a bit honest. So Dave says this, and we're gonna like react to it, and kind of like talk about some stuff associated with it. So a lot of dust up about the Twitch drops and secret codes out there, and I figured I'd just address it heads on. First, sorry about those Twitch drops. That was on me. Nothing was bugged or broken. I used my template for creating a new campaign, but failed to update the time, resulting in drops activating an hour later than it was supposed to. We've since released a promo code that had all the rewards in it, and any of you that missed the Twitch drop comp in the future will just allow for much more time, pad it accordingly to not run into that issue again. It's daylight savings time. That's one thing that I'm like in my life. I'm like, as much as I like daylight savings time, I get it. I also go like, it's only good one time when you actually get that 1 hour in bed. Apart from that, it's like, and you get an extra like 1 hour sleep. And apart from that, I'm like, oh man, daylight savings time. I don't know why is it still a thing. Is it still? I always thought it was something to do with farming, but I don't know. Maybe that's not what it's about. Anyway, I'm not going into arguing the semantics of that. It's just, yeah. Anyway, as for giveaways in general, there's some historical reference. Originally, when I stepped in, there were promo codes given out at the end of the stream. And to my knowledge, I believe we were either doing a code or a giveaway of a champion in Twitch chat at the time. Further, the champion giveaway was at one point just a single 7-star for one person, only on Twitch. It then moved into a one featured 7-star and one 7-star champ each for one person, only with 5 runner-up winners getting 6-star versions. It was usually pretty rare early on, and there would be codes and a champion giveaways in the same stream. Goes on to say, now the initial purpose of the promo code was to encourage people to come watch the live stream on Twitch, but as you can imagine, the promo codes didn't exactly require you to watch the stream, but only to watch whatever platform you follow for MCOC content. To inadvertently see someone share the code max viewership of the live stream was far cry from the number of redemptions of the code, for example. And that's really, I know a lot of people will say like, oh well, it's not fair. Like, why should I have to watch an entire stream just to kind of like get a code, or you know, it should be fair game for people to get it. And then from Kabam wanting to kind of showcase stuff, it takes away from it. But then saying that I do my live stream recap, there's a live stream recap on the forums, but it's very anti-community to not have, and I've kept saying about this, an opportunity for, say, myself to do like, I don't know, a Twitch like recap live stream thing 2 hours, 3 hours after, and you can go and you can sit in chat with me and get your Twitch drops. That's not the case. You have to watch the Kabam live stream specifically, and you can't go anywhere else to redeem. So it means that people are locked out of that opportunity to get the goods, and that's where the problem lies with stuff. So it's still something Kabam still haven't sorted out, and I'd love them to do that. So, and again, I give the perfect example. It's like going, okay, right, well, I can jump into Pepe's stream, I can jump into Rich's stream, I can drop into someone else's stream that does MCOC and still get the Twitch drops, so that I don't have to be tied to a time to go out to watch the live stream to get some stuff back from it. But it's the same thing. We'll be having the same conversation later on. Anyway, without me jumping ahead of the gun, like what else have Kabam got to say? What you may not know is Twitch drops were always a destination and just needed to be built out and implemented. Once that happened, they replaced the promo code as you saw in 2025. Some improvements I wanted to make was removing some of the exclusivity of Twitch in terms of the giveaways, which all of the time was only the champion choice giveaway at the end of the stream. While we also streamed to YouTube, the giveaways were only able to be given out to those in Twitch chat, so we expanded this to out to Gleam to include the people watching the stream to be able to enter to win. It also doubled up as a solution to the insane amount of code word spam in the chat throughout the stream, which was kneecapping our ability to interact with the audience effectively. Yeah, that's always been a problem. I'm glad that it's kind of got a bit better, because it's just I don't know, like there's this fine line between people going, oh, this is edgy funny, this is people being sheeps and following, and people just being dumb for the sake of being dumb. And it's just trying to find that kind of logic as why people like repetitively spamming it. But people do what people do. Welcome to the internet. People regurgitate things and say stupid things and repeat stupid things, and sheep like sheep. People be people. You're not people can understand that, I hope. Additionally, we added a secondary giveaway to give more people an opportunity to win something with the crystal giveaways early in the stream, which is pretty wild when you compare historically to what other streams used to offer. Yeah, I mean that's fine, but it's not really that. There's other stuff, isn't there? As you might expect, that with change, this move was met with disappointment, as it was change in the previous process. But also we had some challenges with its initial implementation. Sound familiar, but I feel we've gotten a better handle on the Gleam aspect, and we're better for it. We're now including Mawa people. Yes. Okay. Still nothing about, and this is the disappointment, still nothing mentioned about that kind of like community aspect of expanding. Marvel Rivals do this. If there's a Marvel Rivals streamer, I'm not giving Marvel Rivals as the only example. There's many. World of Tanks, a game that's got a special place in my heart. They've been running longer than MCOC. I think they're now on their 15th year of running. And they have always done very well with Twitch drops, so that you can go and pick up some free stuff just by watching a live stream of the World of Tanks category of the streamers that are within it. The same thing you'd hope for the MCOC portion of things, but that's not the case, and that's the disappointment side of things. Of where's the where I don't think Kabam correlate with what other games do. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it costs more to do that. I don't know. I'm not in that scene. I just look at what other people are doing and look what works well and what Kabam doesn't, you know. Enter secret codes as a continually Oliver Twist live ops department for more opportunities to give things away. I pitched the idea of secret codes and thought this could be a fun way to give players yet another opportunity to win cool things in small numbers. They gave me some fuel in the form of a 7-star crystal to run with the test. These are two things redemption codes, as it was an extremely small test, but I'm hoping to expand it to a bit in the future with some tweaks. I don't know if they work. That's the thing. I don't know if they work and they don't work. If they're looking to get more eyes to the live streams, I guess they work. Okay. If we're looking at it from a point of view of like, okay, well, what am I actually looking out for, and do I have to put in a million puns? I want to sidestep to a poll. This poll was kind of weird, or this kind of like point was kind of weird that somebody raised. How Dave wants to present the live streams is largely authentic to him, like how he wants to present stuff, without people having to do this kind of conspiracy theory going, why is he doing all these puns? Like, if you've not seen a Dork Lessons stream, you don't know a Dork Lessons kind of like, live streams is when he would do a lot of this stuff, or video and things like that. Like, where you been? Where have you been? Like, if you have to literally strip someone down to their personality to go, oh, well, this is like too much. It's like you're sometimes being unauthentic. Like with me, it is what you is. You get what you get. I am what I am, so deal with it, right? But for other people, but a lot of people just want to kind of like psychoanalyze conspiracy theory and kind of break someone down to go, oh, why are they doing all this? Why are they this? Why are they this way? It's like, where's the human condition going where you're like, I've had enough of all these puns. Like, oh, I don't like the way they banter with each other. Like, this isn't... People need to understand, this is not a movie. Like, are you looking for a chemistry between the people that are there? And I'm not saying Mike and I'm not saying Jax got that right very early on, because people had this problem against Jax and Mike. Welcome to the internet. I think this is just the ongoing issue that I think we've got with it. Anyway, back on track with stuff, because obviously people be weird. And on to secret codes and the Twitch drops and things like that. Firstly, I want to address the comms on this beta. I may have leaned in a bit too much into the secret aspect. I'll rectify that next stream and make sure people know exactly what the whole thing entails in order to have a chance to win. I think that's a good idea. Mainly because it got lost in the source of stuff, because as soon as you put promo codes in, and as well if you kind of like refer to it as secret limited time, or limited person, or no, limited redemption, then I think people might get it a bit more. I think that's probably it. I hear feedback that people were too busy trying to figure out the code rather than listening to all of the awesome puns coming away. Totally understand that. Bit of a joke on what we just said. So I'll likely set up a time that the codes activate, but it won't be too far beyond the end of the stream at this point. For you to be there live, and I think that's probably better to kind of go like it will be at the end. Yeah, I don't know if the secret codes work. I understand like what they're trying to do. It's just like, yeah. If we find people just don't like it, we'll just remove it as the purpose of this. It was upset. Yeah, it's just, I get Kabam want to test stuff. I get it. I think we all get it. It's just being clear about that test. Number one. And of course, number two being, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then kind of moving on from stuff. But for me, it's the same problem when it comes to Twitch drops. Like, I've got no problem with Twitch drops. I like the idea of it. I thought it was good when they first started doing it. However, it's gone away from the way that I would have seen it, and the way that I've kind of explained it and repeatedly explain how Twitch drops could be better done with MCOC, Kabam, and interacting with the Twitch gaming categories and space. And it should be as simple as this. I go to drop some rewards. I then have a look at some of the active campaigns, of course the Kabam one's there, and we click all campaigns. We then look to see what's going on at the moment. All the running campaigns for all of the games that are out on Twitch are there, and when you click on them, you're able to distinguish what the rewards are. It'd be something like go to a participating live channel. So, and of course, this is for Warzone, so it's a different kettle of fish. But then go to some of these search Marvel Contest of Champions, and then go to some of the various channels. If the community knew, or if I know, if Kabam would say, hey guys, we're doing a Twitch drops run for something, who's live streaming, and then Kabam say oh, check out our live streamers, like content creators, they're live streaming now, go and check them out. It allows Kabam to promote smaller content creators then be able to get people in the audience, people chatting, growing the category, means more new people coming to the game, like new beginner code things, or Twitch drop things. Like, it's kind of like gaming community 101. It is in a nutshell, but there must be something to do with cost, like to run it or something. That's probably the reason why. Anyway, what's everyone's thoughts on this? Put it in the comments. Go and check out that. You can have open forums. Go to the link in the description. I'll send it through. I think I'm uploading some Thursday videos. Have a lovely day. I'm going to get back to working on some side quest guides and showcase guides. I'll see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.